Francisco 49ers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw it to tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Touchdown, 49ers! Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right?
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 40-yard touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 22-yard scamper. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, 51 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready, break.
Again, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. action. Now Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Washington now brings this out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. The Lance going to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Oh, he pulls over him, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get it.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 27, Lance. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
Ready.
Now Lance on the option right.
Past the 20.
And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Ready, set.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready.
Here's Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Able to find Judy. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson to throw. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now is Wilson. This is caught. And he's brought down.
What a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.